Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Venger Satanis checking in. It's been a while. It's been a little while since I made a video. Partly because I've been writing like a feverish demon. Fever dream? Demon? Something like that. With the book, The Advanced Game Mastering Like a Fucking Boss book, which I'm kind of at a stopping point, but I'm just going to keep going as long as I have ideas and I have stuff that I want to get out and want to put down on paper. I'm just going to keep writing, especially since the Kickstarter is continuing. There's, I don't know, 8, by the time you watch this, 6 days left of the Kickstarter campaign. Link in the description below. And it's going good. And I'm just trying to get everything out that I've been kind of like holding in for sometimes the last few years. Sometimes I don't know that I have this knowledge in my head until people ask, or until I give myself prompts to, start writing and get it out on paper. And that's just one of the things about me. And me being a writer is that if I just start writing about a particular topic, it just kind of like comes out, and it comes out easier than me just like speaking to my phone. Hi, phone. How's it going? This feels weird and unnatural to me, but writing has just always been one of those things that I just naturally gravitated towards and had a knack for, and I'm good at. So that's one of the reasons I do it. Other people seem to like it, so it's working out so far. But it's a cool and exciting process because I'm finding out things about my own process that I just kind of internalized or subconsciously just been doing, or sometimes maybe not doing. That once I write it out, I realize, oh yeah, this is how this connects with that, and I should be doing this more often. And so it's cool because the act of writing, like teaching, helps the writer or teacher learn themselves. And so I get a benefit just like I'm trying to benefit other people. Plus, I'll have money enough to, create it and make it nice, and maybe make a tiny bit of cash on the side so I can, keep myself in the manner I've been accustomed to, with burgers and sandwiches and chicken and rice, or whatever I eat for lunch these days. Pasta. The health food. Wash it down with a nice Mountain Dew. Anyway, I'm getting off track. This video is supposed to be, and shall be, about crafting your own game mechanics. And I thought of a game mechanic that I thought, that I've done before, because I'm a big proponent of rulings, not rules. So I like to kind of do whatever feels right at the table in the moment. And I thought of, I guess, improvised attacks. So I've been watching also videos about game mastering, just so I can have something to chafe against or rub up against, because that friction is also part of my process. I love it when I find something that I'm like, no! I'm like dead set against, because that's fuel for me to write this, not so much an angry rant, but just write like an essay about why I think game mastering, or whatever the subject is, should go the opposite way. And sometimes I find just things that I agree with, and that kind of reinforces, I guess, or maybe I get like a new insight that I can plug into here or there. Anyway, so improvised attacks. I was thinking, what if um, disadvantage on the attack, and then if they're just trying to do damage and hurt this thing, whatever it is, or their opponent, triple damage. So disadvantage on the attack, triple damage. So basically, with game mechanics, you want to take one thing for the other. You want an advantage, some sort of bonus, but there also has to be a drawback. And that just, I don't think I have to explain that. That just kind of makes inherent sense. Why you would want to do that on not only a game level, but a reality level. Like one thing for another. Like commerce. It just makes sense. Then also you need a limiting principle. So for improvised attacks, you get a disadvantage on your attack, but if you succeed, you do triple damage, but then you can only do it once per battle, like once per combat. That also, I think, makes a lot of sense. For mechanically and also for the narrative flow. You don't want to be spamming every single combat with like, all these crazy maneuvers all over the place. The more awesome, if you try to use an awesome maneuver all the time, then it ceases to be awesome because it's commonplace by definition. So you kind of want it sparingly, which is why the limiting principle would make it doesn't have to be every combat. It could be once a day, could be, I don't know, once per hour, or however many times per level per day or something like that. There's a lot of different ways you could do that. But if you want to create your own game mechanic, either at the table or beforehand, that's what I would suggest. I would suggest giving some sort of boon, but then there's like some sort of flaw attached, and then a limiting principle. And I think basically you can do a lot with just those three things. You could pretty much adjudicate almost anything on the fly at the table, or just thinking about it like even an hour before the game. You could try it out. And for me, those kind of rules light quick fixes go a long way towards preserving immersion, rather than, I don't know, just to pull an example out of my hat, grappling from whatever edition. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I gotta go. Have a good one. Back the Kickstarter, please. Game mastering like a fucking boss. It's gonna be legendary.